Hello, welcome to interview. I have a dear friend of mine here. I am Cheryl Bishop, the founder of Resilient Women in Business, and I've got a beautiful heart-centered woman here by the name of Diane Hume, who she has a company called Dream Receiver Training and Coaching, I believe. Is that right? Did I say that
Yes,
right?
that's
Yes,
right.
awesome. I have known Diane for a few years now. We were just talking about it before we got on here. We think it's about 5 years. I don't know where the time goes, Diane. It just travels so fast. So I
So
want to
amazing.
say thank you for being on this little quick interview with you and me. And what I'd like to ask you is certainly explain to anyone that's listening, what does your business do for others out there in the marketplace?
Well, what it does for others is really it's about receiving their dreams. Because so many times we are so focused on our families and all that, and that is so important, but at a cost sometimes where you can be, or this is what happened to me, is I'm over helping my children. I'm in their face. I'm living vicariously through my children. And I'm also seeing that now with grandchildren for people. So it's really important to discover and learn who we are now. It's our turn. That's what I feel like. I just feel like it's it's time now for us to be out there and now learning what we want. And it's what I do is I help them to discover that. I help them to realize that they do matter now, that it's about them and what they can do for others. So that is, in a nutshell,
Mm.
really what I help people do is really to learn more about themselves so that they can live their dreams.
I think that is so important, Diane. I remember when I was a kid, my mom, her dream was to be ice skating, performing ice skating. What's the name of that? You know, you twirl around your ice skates and all that.
Yeah,
I,
figure skating.
figure skating, thank you, figure skating. I did not like ice skating. And she put me in lessons and I was not happy. And my mom was living through that dream. She wanted to become a figure skater, and that certainly wasn't my thing, but she wanted to live through me that way. And so, yeah, absolutely. I think it's really important that all of us on this planet find out who we are really supposed to be and what our passion, our desires, and live our life, even when we have children. So thank you for sharing that. Thank you for sharing that. Now, let everybody know that's listening. Why did you choose a business you're in?
Well, first of all, I was in a popular marketing company, which you were also in way
Mm,
back. And as we know in network marketing, there is so much personal growth that comes along with it. And I had utilized a lot of this in my career as well. But what I was finding also is that it was a lot of this mindset learning about myself through doing the business. I was actually helping my family as well to to make them better and to also make myself better. And I could help when emotions were at the height. And the thing was my daughter was diagnosed with diabetes when she was 9 years old. And along with that, as she became into the teen years, it became these blood sugars plus hormones plus all kinds of other factors were starting to come. And I wasn't helping much, put it that way, because of my worries and concerns for her. I meant well. It was positive intentions, but it was to the point that I was hiding in my closet actually and said, Mom has to have a timeout because I'm just screaming with worry and concern. And it was all anger because of fear. And I didn't know how to handle it. And after learning how to communicate in a way that was pleasant, that actually got results in a calm way, but that was powerful. And this, then I knew that this mindset type work, psychology type work, is really important. We actually took our daughter to a psychologist. Our doctor said, don't take her to a psychiatrist because medication they might subscribe or prescribe medication. So take her to a psychologist. And I said, yeah, here's my daughter. Take her, fix her. She's got a problem. And then it was, Diane and Bruce, it's your turn to come in now. And we sat there as a triangle. And so, Diane, what do you want? I was like, what do you mean, what do I want? This has nothing to do with me. This is to do with my daughter. She's the problem. I never thought of that before. What do I want? And I started talking about how I want to have a career again. I want to be independent again. I want to have my life again. I started to really realize that. And that is something that I really paid forward in my network marketing business at the time, where I helped then the people in the who were the consultants. Then I helped them become leaders, and then I had many teams within and helped them to build their teams, and it was just so gratifying, so great. Sorry, I thought I turned off my notifications.
Oh, okay.
but that's where it all kind of began. And then now I'm remembering your question, what you asked me there.
Oh, why did you choose this business that you're in?
Yeah, right. So the difference that it was making in my life, to realize now that, oh, I just need to get a life. I see. And it's not my kids' fault that I gave up my career. I didn't really realize I was blaming in and around it. I didn't realize it was making me angry that I wasn't living that part of my life, because it was like, oh wow, let's move to Edmonton now, because now I can stay home with my children and micromanage them for every minute of their life.
Right. And we don't know that when you're in that state, we don't know
I thought it was my dream, actually. Right? I thought it was my dream. I thought, yeah, I can be home now and I can do this. And just, yeah, to realize that, oh, now it's everything to do about them. It's for that fulfillment and to feel needed. I needed to feel needed by them. And if I didn't feel needed, I felt an anger, because now I didn't have my work that needed me. My kids didn't seem to need me. And it was, yeah, and I didn't, then I started over helping all my friends now. And I was on the phone for hours helping. And almost to the point where they were like, Diane, really? And then after I left network marketing, because my father passed away with cancer, I felt like I gave my daughter the wrong insulin. blood sugars were dropping. I had to run out and get all these donuts and stuff for her. She was like, "Oh, can you make this mistake more often, Mom?" Had to get her blood sugars up. But then I thought, okay, I'm gonna leave the network marketing business. And now I was back to that. I'm at a loss now. I'm looking for outside of myself for fulfillment. And then someone, or quite a few of the leaders, said, and the consultants, if you ever do anything else, can you let me know? Because we really appreciated your leadership and would really love that if you would let us know. And then one of the leaders, actually, who really reminds me a lot of you, she said, have you ever thought of life coaching? Because you seem to be doing it. Anyway, have you ever thought about that? And I said, no, I've never thought of that before. And then my friend from Phoenix, Arizona said, there's a neuro-linguistic programming course, life coaching course, and all these tools to become a life coach. So I thought, oh, okay, I'll go in and check it out. And I got really involved with neuro-linguistic programming. And this was the tool that I was blown away with this tool. It just was so unique and different with how you can get a result and communicate in a way that is, I'm going to say, magical. It's really magical, but it can get almost to a university level because it's so intense with how the workings of it, the machine of it, the well-oiled machine, I would say that it is. But it does start to become natural after a while. So neuro-linguistic programming, life coaching, all the tools. They even put in some Reiki with it. And so just put that energy out with the neuro-linguistic programming. And so I came home with this amazing tool belt. And now I realized that, yeah, this is my dream. This is my dream. And then I started noticing in others as well that a lot of the things that I was going through, they were going through as well. And if I could only show them how to think this way, that they could get away from that blaming and sort of that looking for what's wrong, and maybe just see where it is in their soul, what their purpose is, what their fires them up. Which brings me to I love your burning desire through the Think and Grow Rich, because that's exactly, we all have that within us. And sometimes we can be so busy worrying about others, but we don't even know that it's actually not anything to do with them, that it's actually just this burning inside that needs to come out, that gift. Like I learned from Monique McDonald too, with the sacred gifts. Just that whole knowing what you're really, really naturally good at. And
I think that is so important, Diane, because our society doesn't teach us that. And for anybody that is listening that doesn't know what the burning desire is, that's out of the book Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. It's such a classic. Yes. Diane has gone through my mastermind groups through this book, and this is a true classic. I think everybody should read this book. In fact, Napoleon Hill back in the day wanted it to go into schools, but the government said no. What a shame. That's for sure. Now,
it is.
How long have you had your business, Diane?
So 2013 is when I first started it up, And I was in Edmonton at the time. I had a vision board up saying that I'm getting back to BC. I had no idea that it was when the snow fell in Edmonton, that it didn't rain and then go away and then come back again. No, this is the base. This is the base. But the people, oh my gosh, they're the warmest people. Like some of the warmest people I've ever met are in Alberta. Like I just adore them, and I do not regret ever moving there. It's been amazing. However, I did have a dream to get back. And once I put it out there and I really believed and timelined it out there about what I wanted to do was get back. And then it was amazing how the opportunities came up that at the time it was for my husband. And they said, yeah, come work for us. We don't care where you live. We just want you to come work for us. So if you want to move to Vancouver or wherever you want to move, by all means, go there, but just work for us. So we had that burning desire to get back, and we came back. And I'm grateful that I'm here, but it's that burning desire.
It is. It is. And again, whoever's listening, if you haven't read this book, this is a must read. Get your burning desire going. Get you started somehow. And speaking of that, Diane, you've got some events coming up, do you not?
I do. October, well, I was just thinking that you might be watching this maybe next summer, possibly. So I probably it would be best if you went to my website and checked on what is coming up. Right now, the next one is October 29th. But I have them ongoing, so be sure to check. I am attending a huge NLP event in Winnipeg. I'm leaving here soon, but I'm going to be coming back with many more tools in my tool belt, and I will be hosting a NLP practitioner certification coming up in the new year. So that will be on my website as well, because every morning I wake up with my desire statement, thanks to you, Cheryl, with that as well, and my vision, and that is always in alignment. So I say it every morning. I am inspiring 1 million people to live an abundant, trusted, well-balanced life. And I ask myself, is what I'm doing today in alignment with that? And one of the things was, it was to be going to Italy for this training last May. And as many of you, all of you, I'm going to say, know, we're in a pandemic right now. And that was the height of it in May in Italy, of all places. It was the most highest rate. And I believe, like you and I talk about all the time, Cheryl, it happens for us, not to us. Now I'm getting all this training from a trainer in Italy, or in Winnipeg, who has been a trainer for many years. And it's practically going to be one-on-one with her. Then we're going to have the co-creator, John Grinder, and Michael Carroll and Carmen. They are all the leads of the ITA, and they're going to all be teaching us online together. So I also get to go still to Italy in 2021, or whenever we're free again to go. So now I'm getting so much more than I would have had I gone in May.
Yeah,
so
we just never know. how life's going to turn out or what's going to benefit us in the long run. So that's awesome. So anybody listening, it's DianeHume.com. DianeHume.com is her website. You can check out any events that she has upcoming, no matter what time of year you're listening to this. And I'd highly recommend going to her events. This woman is all about serving others and loves people. Diane, you have an amazing, amazing heart. Everybody knows that knows you, that absolutely you are so full of love and caring for people. So that final question I do want
It
to
takes
ask.
one to know one, my friend.
Right.
Like attracts like, we know that.
Yes.
And there is a couple things that I really want to say about. Oh, yeah, I think you're going to ask me that next. Anyways, I'll let you ask me that.
I was going to ask you, yeah, what that you love about resilient women in business. There you go.
First of all, I'm going to say what I love about Cheryl Bishop, because Cheryl, talk about heart. Mm-hmm. Cheryl came to my very first event with a bouquet of flowers to present to me. And she has been a rock for me, a solidness. I can sometimes be up stuck to the ceiling of being so high and excited. And just, I am. It's like, okay, sometimes. Now, it's this revenue generating activities.
That's right. That's right. Right? Yes. Income generating activities all the time.
Yes. And you know, I am very like you, believe in God, and sometimes I'm so up there and so in the vision that sometimes just need that teamwork to help me make that dream work. And Resilient Women has helped me in so many ways that way. What you have built and the people that you attract has been, I'd say, a miracle. Really a miracle. And I am so grateful that you listened to God and that you went out and you did what it took. And I know that wasn't and isn't always so easy, because there's a lot of other things that you have to take into consideration, or you do take into consideration, because there's some other people that are, when we're moving towards our dream, that it can affect, that when we change now we have to let go of some other things. And I know that can be really challenging and hard, but you are the change you want to see for others, and I am so grateful for that. And how you stand behind us, and how you know, we say we have an event and you look in your calendar right away and how can I serve. It's just, you just don't get that from anyone. And so that's what I love, is the support, the engagement, and being a team player. It's not like I'm the leader and you're the peasants or anything like that. It's not that. You know, I just had in the marketing business, I had actually heard somebody say that I started to cry after, because now I'm this brand new leader, and I had actually heard somebody say, well, it's time to go in and talk to the peasants. And I just cried. Yeah. I cried. I almost like, if this is leadership, I don't want it. Yeah. Not to throw anybody under the bus. It's just, they had positive intentions. I always believe there's positive intentions, and who knows, frustrations at the time, whatever. But with Resilient Women, you stand for that, and you just stick to it. You don't like blame or put anybody down or anything that might not be doing that, but you just lead by example. And I love, love, love being part of it, and I will always be part of it.
Mm.
I'll be persistent chapter, whatever it is.
Yes.
But yes,
Totally.
anybody who is starting out in a business, is growing a business, wants to get themselves out there, wants to have support and be part of a team, I highly, highly recommend that you
Thank you,
talk to
Diane.
Cheryl.
Thank you, Diane. You know, one of
Clicking
the
her link.
Thank you. One of the biggest compliments I do hear is exactly what you said. How for the women that resilient women attracts, the women that come up, that when they see resilient women in business, they're like, oh, I want to be a part of it. It really is incredible. And what I've been watching is so many of them have become such good friends. It's just fascinating to see all the different dynamics of women coming together and now supporting each other on a deeper level. Like, you're a member of the Cloverdale chapter, and how once the Cloverdale, because it's fairly new, once a Cloverdale chapter gets really close, it's just amazing what's going to happen. And I'm really excited for that, because I know it happens. I've watched it in the mastermind groups, the many that you've been in, and watching the relationships get, it's really a blessing for me to watch. I just absolutely love it. Well, Diane, I want to thank you so much
Yeah.
for all your kind words that you said about resilient women and myself. God did place resilient women into my heart, so he's gifted me this business, and I am truly looking forward to seeing where it's going to blossom throughout North America and wherever it needs to go, because I'm a believer that all of us women need support system. We all need a tribe, a community, and that's so important. So I want to thank you so much for being here.
Thank you so much, Cheryl, for this invitation to be on here. I'm so grateful. Thank you. Thank you. Thank
Thank
you.
you. And any of you listening, absolutely take a look at Diane Hume's website. I will put the link below, and so it's there for you to view. And again, thank you so much. Love you.
Love you too.